Okay, Zishan, read.
A magazine wants to include contributions from its readers. For an article called The Book That Influenced Me Most, write a letter to the editor of the magazine about the book that influenced you most in your letter. Describe what this book was about. Explain how this book influenced you.
Mm-hmm. Your voice is breaking.
Now, I am hereby writing this letter to a magazine editor who wants to take my opinion about the book that influenced me the most. Firstly, I would like to write about the book influenced me is Pakistan history. This book was written by Shakil Ahmed, who is very famous professor of history in Punjab University. The book was about complete history of Pakistan from foundation to all the years until 2022. He beautifully wrote the struggle of the people those take part for becoming Pakistan a separate country. He also shared the life stories and experience of famous politicians of that time. The book also has many motivating messages and pieces of useful advice. After reading that book, I finally got a chance to look at all the historical events that occurred during these times. Lastly, I would say it was a great book to read because the writer described all the aspects where we can understand and influence from those who did struggle for us to make an independent country for us, where we can live with all of freedom. I hope you would like. I hope you would like this book in your article for those people who have keen interest in history book.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Let's reread it. It says, I'm hereby writing this letter to a magazine. What is this? Editor? Why would
Editor.
you write this in the beginning? Come on, not needed. I'm writing this letter to include my contribution as a reader for a book that has influenced me the most, right?
Okay.
Or I'm writing this letter to talk about or to participate. Best word would be contribute if you can pick that from here. You write with your own perspective because the question says a magazine wants to include contributions from its readers for an article called, or you can say I'm writing this letter for an article about the book that has influenced me the most. Or you can just say that I'm writing this letter for an article called The Book That Has Influenced Me the Most. Right? Firstly, I'd like to tell the book that has influenced me the most is called, Pakistan History. This book was written by, what is this? Sharbail?
Shakil Ahmed.
Shakil Ahmed, who is very famous professor of history in Punjab University, and the book was about complete history. Now, what is missing? I would want you to add this topic point in here. Moreover, or secondly, I'd like to talk about what this book is about. Then say, the book was about, understanding or not?
Yeah, yeah.
Examiner wants this. This is like a heading. Although we can't add a heading, but we can add a topic sentence.
Okay.
From Foundation All Years 2022, he beautifully wrote the struggle of the people. Those what? What's this?
Those take part for becoming
Took
Take
part
part
for,
or took part?
yes,
took part.
becoming
Okay.
Pakistan a separate country. Also, what is this? Shared the life stories and experience of famous politicians of that time. The book also has many motivating messages and what is this? Pieces of
And
useful
useful
advice. Okay,
advice.
okay, okay. All right. After reading that book, I finally got a. Now, you mentioned this point in here, right? Thirdly, I'd like to talk about, or I'd like to explain how this book influenced me. right? Then you put a semicolon here,
Yes.
and then you write this. After reading that book, I finally got I finally got I finally got a chance to, if anyone wants to leave, they can, because I'm gonna check essay tomorrow. At all the historical events that occurred during, no, how it influenced you, right? What impact did it have on you? Like maybe it helped you realize that um independence comes with a lot of sacrifices. What impact did it have on you? Not just knowledge part, but influence. What did you learn from it? Like, how did it influence your life, the book? I don't think so.
I, I,
History. Hmm.
I mentioned lastly, I would say it would be a great book to read because the writer
How it
describes.
influenced you? How the history book influenced you? Influence motivated you in what way? This history book.
Okay,
That is missing, right?
okay.
Can you tell me how history book influenced you? Do you have any point in your mind? A history book can influence you to have um, more interest into history and find out how there's a connection between the past and present. This is something the impact of history can have. That is all.
Okay.
I don't think so that there's anything else that would impact your life that happened like 100 years ago. But I'm sure that can help you understand life better, right? Nature
Okay.
or people better, cultures better, because you kind of get to the root of how things happened. So
struggle
that
struggle
this
to obtain the objectives.
this is missing. Okay, second point. Lastly, I would like to say it was a great book. Then what is the third point? Lastly, I'd like to talk about if this book would influence other people or not. Yes, this book has a great capacity to influence other people also, especially young generation who do not probably value their land. Free land is a blessing, and I'm sure this book can influence many
Oh,
people. Whatever. I mean, we can understand okay. A writer describes because the uh, writer describes all the aspects where we can understand and get influenced from those who did struggle. It's no need to put that in here. Okay, struggled and made an independent country for us where we can live with all freedom. Look, we now look. You need to write it with another person's perspective. How would it influence another person? I hope you would
oh,
mention this book in your article for the people who have been interested in history. All right, okay, not bad. This is a 2.5 for me. Okay,
okay.
not bad.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, I can give you a 2 for it as well because I believe topic sentences. Okay, 2.5 is fine.